together from the White House. I'm Lalit Jha.
And I'm Douglas Christian.
And every week we bring to you the week that happened in the White House and the week ahead.
Welcome.
So thank you. So tell us what's happened in the White House this week. It was mostly a vacation mode here. We had Thanksgiving. President pardoned the turkey. Walk us through.
Well, President Biden is right now in Nantucket. He is staying at the compound of David Rubenstein, who is the co-founder of the Carlyle Group. And he's got many things on his plate, both foreign and domestic. Domestically, of course, we're headed into a lame duck Congress. Congress is going to flip. The House of Representatives is going to flip over to the Republicans on January 3rd. And the Senate is in Democratic hands. However, there is a runoff on 19 days in Georgia whether Raphael Warnock or Herschel Walker will take that Senate seat. This could make a difference domestically whether Democrats are going to be able to work more tightly on various issues, despite the fact that Republicans are going to control the House of Representatives. Foreign problems are spiraling. Right now, Iran has presented a huge threat to world peace. They're supplying weapons to Russia. They're also undergoing a tremendous internal crisis because they have cracked down on protesters for the murder, the death of a young Kurdish woman. And these protests are spiraling. This also means that President Biden right now, he wanted to reinstitute, to renegotiate, to get back Iran into the JCPOA. But now, his hands are tied. He can't do it. Not even the protesters want him to do that because they don't want to give this Islamic regime in Iran any credibility.
Well, you rightly said, the president has a lot on his plate.
Yeah.
One of the important things he has to munch and discuss with his family members, as he said during his last press conference here, the decision to run in 2024. What do you think? He's going to take a decision now or wait for this Christmas vacation?
Well, here's the thing. President Biden is old. He's 80 years old as of this weekend. However, the reason he ran, he says, is because he felt that the former president was an existential threat to democracy. Now, the former president has declared that he's going to run again. Does this mean that President Biden will run again? I have talked to some sources who are indicating very strongly that he will run again. That he will run again. Right now, if he didn't run, we don't know in the Democratic ticket who would run, who would actually take that spot. Democrats are leaving that open. Democrats learned their lesson from 1980 when Jimmy Carter, who was the president here at this White House, was running for re-election, and Ted Kennedy tried to primary him and take the nomination. That didn't happen. Jimmy Carter still had the nomination for re-election, but it weakened him. Democrats realized they can't do that to this president.
Well, the age shouldn't be a factor. I come from world's largest democracy where we had prime ministers, and we have in political leaders with ambition to become prime minister more than the age of 80. We had prime minister more than 82.
Yeah. That's right. So we did.
If there's any clue that we can get from India, it is age is not a factor.
Look, it's the clarity of mind. It's not the age. We do have issues with age and aging with various politicians. Right now, there is much chatter on the Hill that Democratic Senator Dianne Feinstein is suffering from effects of aging, and some aides liken it to trying to hold the keys to the car from your parents. She is not willingly giving up her seat. And we saw this with President Reagan later on, that he, in the final years of his presidency, many people said that he was suffering from dementia. We know about Woodrow Wilson, after having suffered a severe stroke. His wife really ran Woodrow Wilson's government. And so there is an issue there that is worth considering. But President Biden was asked just a few days ago about his physical. And he kind of pushed back and he said, what, you have some problem with it? But I think we all want to know that our president is healthy.
Well, we'll leave it to the people of this country to decide in 2024 who they want to have their next leader. But as of now, this November, election results have shown that he has the confidence of the people of this country. Now let's tell about the Congress. When they come back after Thanksgiving and between now and the Christmas, what is going to be on their agenda? What's going to be on the plate?
Well, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi has indicated that she would like to pass a budget bill because she fears that Republicans are going to hold true to their promise that they're going to hold any kind of budget talks hostage to get what they want. But many people on the Hill say that to negotiate any kind of budget deal with just a few days is almost impossible. So there is a conundrum there whether they can do it. But there are people that really just want to push ahead and get this done. There are people that want to legalize formally DACA right now because they're fearful that a Republican-led Congress might kibosh any kind of protections that Dreamers have. Now also, President Biden is worried that Ukraine will not get funding it needs to fight this war. House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy has indicated that he is not anxious to support Ukraine going forward, and many of his caucus is in that camp.
Well, we'll come to in our next episodes or later on what's going to happen next year. But as of now, we'll watch what Speaker Pelosi will be doing and what's the agenda for the rest of this year. 4 or 5 weeks left for this year to end.
That's it.
2022.
2022. Welcome to our show, and we'll see you We'll see you in a week.
Keep us watching. Press the bell icon, and there will be an email at the bottom. Send us your feedback, and if you want to sponsor this program, write to us
and give us a good rating. We'd like that very much.
Thank you.